While you may not prefer these hot sunny days right now, they could provide a lifeline for Colorado in the future.
There's a lot of untapped potential in what these sunny days can do for cleaner energy in our state.
Now, it used to be that only some Coloradans could afford solar panels. Installing solar panels on a roof can increase the cost from $15,000 to $30,000.
But the cost of the technology is getting cheaper. Since 2010, the cost of solar power has decreased by more than 80%. Solar options are also expanding.
Well, Denver 7's Megan Lopez kicks off our 360 in-depth coverage, showing us 3 options for people who want to save on their electricity bills by harnessing the sun.
It used to be
This is the most of the panels are on this side because the sun comes up over here and sets this way.
that the only way to tap into the power of the sun was to buy your own solar panels,
So the sun's on them all day long.
to have someone install them on your roof, and to retrofit your home in order to see savings. But not anymore. The technology has changed and so have the options. So if you're considering solar, here's a 360 look at 3 of them. First up, the traditional route. In this Aurora neighborhood,
We were the first one on the street to get them, and now there's at least 4 on the street.
Lou Patterson is sort of a trendsetter. He decided to make the switch to solar last year.
Our heating bills were running in the 340 to 360 range.
After a lot of research, he decided to lease his solar panels, paying nothing up front but $133 a month for the panels. So these days,
My XL energy bill now is $975 a month, and that's hookup charge.
between that and the solar panel costs, Lou is still seeing a savings.
It's the same every month, and it's about a third of what I was paying before.
The second option, solar co-ops,
Create a new product.
like the one the nonprofit Solar United recently held an open house about in Denver.
Our main focus is to help people go solar, come together in the community.
This is where a group of homeowners comes together to purchase solar panels using bulk buying to get a discounted price.
And because it's a group buy program, oftentimes we see savings that people can realize.
The solar panels themselves go right on the home, just like the first option. But finding a big enough group for that bulk discount can be tricky, which is why groups like Solar United exist. The third option, buying a share in a solar farm.
which allows homeowners to purchase a share of solar, not on their rooftop, but where it's convenient.
Colorado was the first state in the country to buy solar gardens. Already, we have more than 100. These gardens can accommodate 10 or more homes or businesses, and there's a lot of benefits.
A community solar garden means that a lower or moderate income family doesn't have to worry about making a large upfront cash investment.
So how do you pick the option that's right for you?
It comes down to a couple of things. One, how long will I be in my house, and can my house actually take solar on its roof?
And consider things like how much sun do you get, how much energy do you use, and how much cash can you put down. But the bottom line,
One of the things we know about solar is that it increases the value of a home.
so no matter which option you go with, just about anyone these days can tap into the power of the sun. Megan Lopez, Denver 7.
And there is a federal tax credit you can receive for installing solar panels on your home, but there's no upfront state rebate. There's also some local rebate programs, though, like a new one in Denver. Of course, always do your homework before buying.
Now let's take a closer look now at why the solar energy industry really hasn't picked up more steam. It starts with the systems we already have in place. Currently, there are more than 5,800 major power generators in this country. That consists of more than 150,000 miles of transmission line. 450,000 miles of electric wires distribute the power to 145 million households in this country. And getting away from that system that's been in place for decades takes a lot of work. Now, it shows. Now, currently, solar energy only provides about 3% of electricity in this country.
So we want to hear from you now. What do you think of solar energy in Colorado? Have you made the switch? Do you think the systems we have in place are sufficient enough? You can share your thoughts by emailing us 360@thedenverchannel.com.